it looks like we are live. Let me fix that just a smidge right there. But hey, check this out. It's 101 and a half years old tomorrow. It's 101 and a half years old. Lottery ticket, or a raffle ticket, I guess I should say. Hey everybody, this is Russ Carson Jr. with Family Tree Nuts, and I'm bringing this to you live. It's a little bit different live video than we do, but I wanted to tell you this really quick story here. Looks like my thing is still goofed up there. Let me fix it one more time. There we go. We're moving. The camera's moving. But it's a little bit different story than what we normally do, but I wanted to bring this to you because it took me about 30 minutes of research of what I'm getting ready to tell you. It's a neat little thing, and I know you can't see that because of the lighting that's on here. After I get off of here, I'm going to actually do a post with a picture of this and of multiple other things that I've found about this thing here, but it was really neat. Actually, about 10 days ago or so, I was in Maysville, Kentucky. It's a town that's up on the Ohio River. It's about an hour and a half from Cincinnati, hour and a half from Lexington, hour and a half from Columbus. It's kind of in its own little island there. But I was visiting a client, and they were remodeling a house that was about 150 years old. And they took a mantle off, and behind that mantle, they find this lottery ticket. Now, I know you can't see that. Margarita says, "Hi from Ukraine." Hey, what's going on in Ukraine over there? I guess it's probably dark over there, I guess, about now. But it's pretty cool, and it says, it's ticket number 1734. It says, "Save this ticket for a shift robe and a rocking chair displayed in our window to be given away September the 1st, 1919. Mers Brothers." That's all it says. 101.5 years ago, it was raffled off. What's a shift robe? A shift robe, if you don't know, is it's kind of like a thing you used to store clothes and things. Kind of like a wardrobe, I guess, is another way to put it. It's a fancy wardrobe. I think it's kind of funny because the only time I've ever heard that word shift robe was on that movie, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, with George Clooney, which is relevant to the story here in a second. And he's looking for a hairnet, and Cousin Hogwallop says, "Mrs. Hogwallop's got some hairnets in yonder shift robe over there." But totally different story, but it's going to tie in here in a second. But shift robe, basically they had some furniture displayed in their window, and it looks like it was a publicity stunt that on this day at this time, on September the 1st, 1919, they were going to have a raffle and raffle those off. It's really cool to have this. It's 101 years old. Now, there's got to be more to the story, right? Who the heck is this? So, little bit of research. Mers Brothers, what is that? As a genealogist, you know, you're not from the South, Larry says. I live in Kentucky, does that matter? But you're right, I grew up in Ohio. Don't tell anybody that. I don't try to advertise that around here. But I've been here longer than I've been anywhere else. But anyway, a little bit of research. Who's Mers Brothers? What is Mers Brothers? It's pretty neat that doing a little bit of research, looks like about 1885 was when an original retail store, dry goods store, was opened there in Maysville on 2nd Street. And I think it was 1901, two brothers named Eugene and A.L. Mers moved to town and purchased that store in 1901. It became the largest store in the area, of course, and people would come from many areas around, many counties around to go there. It was a huge store. It was three stories tall. It was it had 40 feet of store frontage there on 2nd Street, and it was about 25,000 square feet. 25,000 square feet. It's a pretty big store for its time period there, and they sold everything that you could find. Clothes, food, furnitures, and things like that. I even saw that they advertised one time that you could find anything from a hairpin to an automobile tire. I thought that was pretty cool. Barbara Hendricks says all her family is from Burkesville, Kentucky. Pretty cool, pretty cool. We were out there not too long ago out that way. But you could sell anything. And I also found in a 1910 article where they had a traveling salesman that traveled the state of Kentucky and surrounding states to sell shoes. Now this was 1910. Cars were just, automobiles were just coming out there. Imagine a traveling salesman traveling around selling shoes for Mers Brothers. I thought that was pretty cool that they had that. They advertised that they staffed experts in the latest fashions and things, and they took great pride in the clothing that they had there, from different ribbons and things like that. They said they imported rugs from China and Japan early on, so that was pretty cool. The Mers Brothers even owned a factory back in New York that employed about 100 people that manufactured artificial flowers. Pretty neat side gig, I guess, these guys had. I found really quick, just looking for Mers Brothers, I found a whole lot of obituaries of elderly ladies, usually that had worked at Mers Brothers throughout their childhoods and things. I thought that was pretty neat, and I'll be able to show you some of this. You'll be able to see if you're watching this on Facebook Live, this is absolutely live, what I'm saying here. If you're watching this on YouTube, it was filmed on February the 28th, 2021, but you'll be able to see some of these things come through that I'm showing you along the way here, so make sure you check out for that. And if you like our stuff we do, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got tons of stuff on the way. You don't even realize what's coming your way. I did find an article from the Maysville newspaper, the Maysville Ledger Independent, from August 14th of 2018, where they're doing a renovation on the outside of the building. So it's pretty cool. They're going to turn it into some retail shops and some office spaces there. The store, as best I could tell, in the late 50s, changed over to be called Klein's, or Klein Brothers, I think, and had operated at least until the 80s. I could tell that from the obituaries that I found there, at least until the early 80s. So this store was around for at least 100 years. Pretty cool. But, also the store was mentioned, and there's the reason I was telling you about the movie Oh Brother and George Clooney, and Rosemary Clooney's autobiography. She mentioned it. Or not the lottery ticket or raffle ticket. She mentioned Mers Brothers. So I thought was pretty cool. Josh says you better get that ticket laminated. Yeah, if I get a time machine, I can go back and maybe see if I might have won here. And the newspaper also said that, I found it, like I said, a 1910 article, and it said that 1929 article that said that the store was in the very first issue of the newspaper, clear back in 1909, and had been in every issue since. And if you're watching this on the edited version, you'll be able to see some of these ads that are coming through there that they had. So looks like we've got an emergency alert for flash floods. Don't need that today here in the live video. But anyway, the store operated. I just wanted to tell you this neat little thing. I'll put a picture of it on there for you. It's pretty cool that this raffle ticket these people found. The story has to be that, I don't know if they won or they didn't win, but they got the raffle ticket, set it up on the mantle. It fell behind the wall in the mantle. Down in this, how do you spell Mers? But it's M-E-R-Z, and M-E-R-Z, and check that out. Like I said, as soon as I get off here, I'm going to post some pictures and a little story about this. You'll be able to see this up close, things. But so this raffle ticket, I don't know if they won or they didn't win. Maybe they would have won if they'd had the raffle ticket, but it fell behind the wall back there. Just a neat little thing that you can find, and just an example of all the things that you can do with just a little tiny bit of research and start putting a story together. That's what our team does here, and our genealogists do with people's family trees. A little bit of clues, do minor research. This one wasn't hard, guys. I just Googled Mers Brothers, and there's a whole lot of stuff out there. What house was it found in? I don't think the owners of that house wanted me to give that information out since they gave this to me. It's a very old house, about 150 years old, right smack dab on the river. They call it Millionaire's Row right there in Maysville there. But anyway, I'll sign off for now, guys, and we'll take off. I'll post this here in a second. And hey, remember, family tree nuts. Let our nuts find the nuts in your family tree. Like what you see? Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to click the little bell so you get notifications as to when we post new videos. And you can find out more about us and contact us at familytreenuts.org.